And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good light. It feels like it has been a very long time. It's night time. Hang on, let me get in the light. Look, moonlight on my face. Hello. I'm on Skyblock, but it's closed. So we are not, playing any of those daft cards to try and frustrate me today. Today is a big day. We have got loads going on. How is everybody? How are we all doing? Are we doing all right? Have we had a fun, 2 weeks or more, I think, since I last saw you? Absolutely insane. But we've got some big stuff going on today. It's going to be a shorter stream today. I love you too, Cherry Mum, and Lily as well. It's going to be a shorter stream today, shorter than normal 2 hours, because I've got 2 objectives. Let me repeat, 2 primary objectives that I need to tell you about, and I'm very excited. But before I do, I want to say thank you so much, Dead, for resubbing. Thank you so much, Gothic Viper, for resubbing. Thank you, Raging Lion, for resubbing. Thank you, Carla, for resubbing, and thank you, Mars, for those 16 bits. I really appreciate it. Today, I'm all of a bit of a tiss. It's a bit exciting, isn't it? It's a bit exciting today. Today, my two objectives is to announce the winners, and kind of as another objective, I'm going to go round the islands of the winners as well. So as it's kind of a
Watch out, we're being raided.
Ooh, I think we've got a raid coming in. El Rose has raided me. Can we get a shout out for El Rose? ER has just recently started streaming, literally in the last... ER, if you can hear me, I don't know if you can hear me yet. Literally in like a month or 1 month or something. But congratulations on starting your streaming. I hope it's going really well for you. Go and give El Rose a follow if you haven't already. I know she's pushing for stuff. LP6080, I can't even say LP80. Thank you so much for the resub. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thanks very much for the raid, El. I really appreciate it. It's good to see you. Really good to see you and bringing your peeps in. Absolutely brilliant. Right, as I was saying, today we're going to go for a bit of a tour around the islands that have either won or have come close to winning and that kind of thing. And then I'm going to give you a preview as to what's going on in Season 2. And that is also very exciting. Carla, thank you for the 1,000 bits. It's amazing. Thank you so much. Oh, Mama Dragon, I owe you something. Are you ready? It's been a long time since I do this, so really, I don't hold out much hope for you. It's not going to be the greatest, I promise, but let's do it. Hang on. Thank you very much for subscribing to Avomance Stream. Every time you subscribe to Avomance Stream, because you could subscribe. No, I'm starting again. That is just not good enough for Mama. It is not good enough, right? Thank you very much for subscribing to Avomance Prime. Every time you've got a Prime account, you go for each Prime account. You can give that to someone else. Anybody else you like, you can give it to me, and that's amazing. Because you got any creator, you can give it to. And that's absolutely amazing. You gave it to me. You've got choices in life, so give it to me. So thank you very much for giving it to me. I really appreciate it. That's a lot saying giving it to me. Thank you very much. I'm giving you lots of ways always. But remember, you've got to do it manually. You can't do it automatically. I actually ran out of breath. I forgot what it was I had to say. Seahorse, thank you so much for the bits. Mars, thank you for those other bits as well. I really appreciate it. Plant Mama Gaming, I'm so sorry that was rubbish. I'm so sorry that was rubbish, but I gave it my best go. Gothic, no, thank you. Thank you very much for doing that annual Prime subscription. So you do it once, it lasts all year. That's brilliant. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Grizzly Bradders, I owe you one as well. Seriously, did you not see how I messed it up last time? For goodness sake. Right, let's have a go. Right, you ready? Yeah, spare. You're not. It was word potato salad is what it was. Thank you very much for subscribing to Amazon Prime. When you got Amazon Prime, you got a free subscribing account. You can give that to anybody, but you gave it to me. That's amazing because there's loads of content creators you give it to. You gave it to me, so your choice was me. That's amazing. I really appreciate it, and I'm bad something down as a result. Remember, next time you got to do it manually because it won't do it automatically. That was marginally better for you, Grizzly, because I had to practice in with Mama, but I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Right, people, Carla. Oh my goodness, Carla, thank you so much. You have got a lot of people thanking you there. They've all gone off my screen already, so I can't tell who they are, but thank you so much for the gift subs. That's brilliant. Amazing of you. Oh, I'm all of a tears. Carla, you're a bigger legend than anyone that's called Carla, that has got a middle initial J. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Right, people, we gotta get on. I could be here for 2 hours just jibber-jabbering on at you because I miss you all. But goodness me. Right, let's do it. Right. So the first thing I want to do is I want to be talking about the awards. We're going to come to what we did later for season 2. So stick around till the end of the stream. It's not going to be a long stream, I promise you. It's not going to be a long stream, but stick around to the end of the stream for season 2. Hi, Reels. Hey, Enderpath. How you doing? Because there's some really exciting stuff. I'm really exciting stuff. You're all throwing me my bling blings and my ding dings and all sorts. 61% through level 5. You're insane, you people. Thank you very much. Right, so we're going to do it. Right, so first off, we're going to look at the people that won the Midas Touch. The Midas Touch. So the Midas Touch was the award, and this was the Grinders Award. This was the award for people that got the most levels, the most points on their island. If you remember, you get points by placing blocks. Every block's worth a point, and certain blocks are worth more points than others. Value blocks, as one of the factions, you actually got the opportunity to have 500 points for one of your blocks, which was amazing. So, but we're going to go and have a wander round the 3 kind of third, second, third place. So, first, I'm going to wait for the subscriber things to just ding off. But in third place, and I think most people probably already know who these was, but in third place for the Midas Touch was Harwood. Harwood was third place in the Midas Touch with 304,000 levels, which in itself is utterly insane. So let's just hang on, levitate a bit. Let's 2p Harwood. Let's go and have a look at Harwood's base, and we'll see what we've got. I'm going to go into Spectator because it's going to be a lot easier to do that. And we're going to have a little bit of a mooch around Harwood's base. Now, this is why H got kind of third place. Look at this. Emerald blocks, diamond blocks, gold blocks. How cool is that? Well done for third place, Harwood. That is some serious block placing you got there. But I actually really love this. I think that you underrated your island, Harwood. I don't think you even entered it into the best dressed, and you maybe should have done, my mate. You really should. I love these towers of gold and diamond and emerald, and I really like the way that you did this. This is beautiful. What you did, this it definitely deserves. So I'm actually going to give, even though Harwood didn't enter it into best dressed, I am going to give him honourable mention for best dressed as well, even though he wasn't an entry, because that will learn him. But so we've got the creeper farm in the middle there, which is how we got obviously all of his value blocks, etc., and his house there. But I think it's lovely. I think it's really nice, don't you? Let me just come out around the outside and we'll look at it from a distance. So Harwood, third place in Midas Touch, and massive congratulations. Let me turn around. But oh, hang on, you can't see me, can you? Let me just. It's back into creative. Right, so what I'm going to do, now I don't know if the mods know this or not, so SOSFAMs, but what we're going to do is, you know, in the big lobby area at spawn, the room at the bottom, we're going to, I am, they don't know yet, I am going to put in a Hall of Fame. So one wall is going to be the Midas Touch, one wall is going to be Time Lord, and one wall is going to be Best Dressed, and I'm going to put third, second and first on those walls as part of the Hall of Fame. So Harwood, you will have mention of the fact that you were third in this part of the competition. It's brilliant, mate. It's really good. I really love it. Thank you so much for putting the effort in. It's absolutely superb. Right, hang on, let me get back into spec. There we go. So the next position, second. Is that right, El? Is that right? But yeah, proper GG on Harwood. Really nice base. I love it a lot. Now, I'll be interested to see what you can do next time. So, Midas Touch, second place. Second place was Reels. Reels, second place on the Midas Touch. 600,000. 600,000. Level 4 on that hype train. Get those emotes in there, people. 600,000. So let's get ourselves over to Reels' place. Right. I'm only going to kind of stop inside Reels' this time. But this was why Reels got second in the Midas Touch, because there was mad, frantic completely insane block placing, literally until the last second. And hang on, let's go back into Doodah. There we go. And Reels, you know it. You know that you were placing blocks like a maniac, and Enderpuff was helping you, and was it Warflord was helping you, I think? And the three of you were placing blocks, and you got up to 600,000. I think you placed 250,000 points worth of blocks in the last 3 hours, which is insane. And actually what you've done in here is also quite beautiful. And don't worry about the fact that all the blocks are messy, because I think you did a good job, and I quite like the fact they're all a little bit messy. I think it adds to it. Massive GG's, Reels. It's beautiful what you've done, and all these blocks. It's just insane. It's just bonkers, isn't it? And that's fun. Brilliant. So, Reels, congratulations. You get a place on that Hall of Fame for the Midas Touch for second place. But the winner is, can I have a drum roll in chat, please? Can I have a drum roll? Because I've not got a drum roll sound effect, so I can't do it. Let's give us a drum roll. It's like type of noise. Everybody, in your heads, or at least say it out loud in front of you. There we go. And the winner of the Midas Touch for Season 1 of the Isles is Dethevra. Dethevra, congratulations. 649,999 points. What, you couldn't find one more level? Seriously, you couldn't find one more level? That is insane. Let's get over to Dethevra's place. I'm just going to go OTP Dethevra. Ah, there we go. Right, actually, I've got to go into Survival Spectator. And let's get outside. So this is Death's place. And you can see there is a frightening amount of lag, I mean redstone, going on. But, you know, it seems to work for him. We've got Death was a human. So as a result, all of these blocks here, all of these hay bales were worth a fortune to him. And they go deep, deep, deep undercover like that. Look, this is basically the entire blockage areas of hay bales. That's bonkers. And don't forget the bricks. Don't forget bricks too. Look at this. Loads of bricks. You did have 3 months. That was exactly how long the skyblock was. It was 3 months. That's how long it was. So we've got all of these ore blocks as well. It's actually really quite nice as 2. It was very, very blatantly let me build this up as high as I possibly can type of thing. But didn't it work? Very, very cool. All the way from 0 right up to 256 as well, with hay and loads of brickage and all that sorts of stuff. Yeah, 3 years, Reg, in line. You're not kidding, mate. It's insane, isn't it? But Dethevra, congratulations. Congratulations. You are officially the champion of the Midas Touch. Let me turn this around. Don't go into survival, you fool. The champion of the Midas Touch, Season 1 of Avomance, and you are the proud, proud winner. Well, I hope you're proud anyway. You are the proud, proud winner of $100 worth of Amazon vouchers, plus some exclusive merchandise. So I'll be contacting you very shortly to get your address details so as I can send that exclusive merchandise to you. Huge congratulations, my friend. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing what you do in Season 2, because I heard you have plans. And I'm really, really impressed by that. So thank you very much for all the insane effort. And well done 2 and 3. Well done, Reels, and well done, Hartwell. Really, really impressive stuff going on. Now, so that's 1. Galaxy Gamer Dude, there's nothing embarrassing about being late. What's embarrassing is never coming. That's the problem. When you never come, that's when you should be embarrassed. So thank you, Dethevra. We're going to go on to Time Lord. We're going to go on to Time Lord now. And 3rd place. Now, Time Lord, just to explain, Time Lord is the person that spent the most time actively being key, actively on the server. Actively on the server. So just sitting on the server doing that doesn't really count. And being active on the server does really count. So that's what this is all about. Active time spent on the server. So 3rd place, Time Lord. Time Lord, 3rd place is Dethevra. Dethevra again. Unsurprisingly, Dethevra got 3rd place on Time Lord, because we know how long it must have taken to place all of these insane blocks. And remember, survival, not creative, survival, which is mental. 37 days. Now that's real world days. That's not Minecraft days. 37 days, 6 hours, 6 minutes, and the all-important 24 seconds. Because that makes all the difference. Absolutely bonkers, mate. What are you like? 37 days on the server. Huge congratulations. You get yourself 3rd place Time Lord Season 1. It's also good because I don't have to, teleport myself anywhere, which is always a winner, right? So, second place for, let me get rid of this. Hang on, sorry, I forgot to turn it off. Whoopsie. Second place for Time Lord is Zuvachi, which, interestingly, was 38 days and 7 minutes exactly. 38 days, no hours, 7 minutes, no seconds, exactly. And Zuvachi and Dethevra teamed up to make this island. So unsurprisingly, this island had over 70 days worth of time invested into it. It's like 75 days worth of time invested into block placement within this island. An entire day more than Death, Galaxy Gamma. Yeah, isn't it insane? An entire day more. So well done, Zethevra. You get Zuvachi, sorry, not Devachi. I combined your names there. I just shipped the pair of you, didn't I? Devachi or Zuthevra. I shipped you. But Zuvachi, thank you so much for all that time spent. It was really brilliant. And second place you got. Second place for the Time Lord, and you go up on the wall with a nice plaque, and congratulations. Okay, now first place of Time Lord, and again winning the champion status for the amount of time spent, and this is going to frazzle your brain, people, for the amount of time spent on the server with an insane more than 40 days on the server, winning $100 and some exclusive merch. Doctor Who himself, the number 1 Time Lord, it is Harwood again. Harwood, that is how you got such an amazing island. Let's just get back to you. And here we are, Harwood. We're back at your place. Let me turn that off. We're back at your place. 40 days. Let me just read it out again. 40 days, 11 hours, 29 minutes, and 48 seconds. That's bonkers, H. Bonkers. What are you doing? But as a result, you have got yourself the grand prize, and most importantly, the title of Time Lord Champion. Time Lord Champion for Season 1. I'm really looking forward. Really looking forward to seeing what you might be able to do in Season 2, which I'm going to tell you all about in a very short time. Not long at all. Right, so those two, I think people may have known or may have been able to work out themselves. However, the third prize is huge. Do you sleep? Says Carla. I don't think anybody slept, Carla. Seriously, it went mental. It was mental. I came on, saw people on, went to bed, slept, got up, went back on, saw people on. They were still there. The same people. Went to work, came back. They were still there. It's insane. It's insane. And congratulations. So both Harwood and Death both getting places on the Fame of Walls, which is like a Wall of Fame but much better, a Fame of Walls in the thing during Season 2 and for every other future season as well, which I'm really delighted. But the next one, only one person in the world right now knows who the winners are. We know who the first, second and third are because you have been actively voting for these people. Actively voting, and I'm very grateful for the people that voted. Thank you so much. 3 people were given the vote. 3 people were nominated as a result of all the people that entered to go forward for Best Dressed Island, and we are going to be announcing them in reverse order. I'm just going to go back to my island. There we go. Why is it always nighttime when I come on Skyblock? Have you noticed that? It's always nighttime, isn't it? Time set. You know what I'm doing? I'm gonna cheat. Game rule Do daylight cycle is false. There we go. Let's see whether or not that helps. I love it when the sun just sticks in the sky like that. Right, so we have got three amazing builders that I want to share with you. So I'm kind of watching the comments as well. It's so lovely to see how many people are commenting and congratulating people. Thank you so much for the participation. It's really, really good. Really, really good, and I really appreciate it. So I'm going to announce in reverse order the three people that were basically third, second, and first for the best dressed island. The best dressed island is the islands that you felt as viewers and voters were the best, and it was a really tough choice. All three of them were exceptional builds. Really, really, very, very good builds. Remember, these are Skyblock Islands. They are not in survival standard. They're in survival Skyblock. They had to mine out, trade out, create, craft, mine more, trade more, build, all in survival to be able to get the islands the way they look, which is just mind-blowing. Way, way better than I could ever have done. So, here we go. Best dressed. While not falling into the void, El. You are not wrong. Whilst not falling into the void and potentially losing all the blocks they've got on them if they've not got keep inventory, which is always a struggle. Right, so third place with best dressed was... I'd like a drum roll for all of these, please. I'd like a drum roll, please. Drum roll. Everybody drum roll. I want everybody to be drum rolling in their heads or even out loud. Third place. Sephirus. Third place. Congratulations to Sephirus. You got 8% of the vote. 8% of all the people that voted for you, Seth. That was great support. And we're just going to go and see your island. Now, for some reason, I can't teleport straight to your island, so I'm going to do it the cheaty backdoor way, which is this way. And it means I can go to you right here. There we go. So I am standing on the bedrock block, which obviously Seth was not able to remove. And I'm going to go into spectator mode, and I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to show you what Seth has done. And I'm going to spend just a couple of minutes flying around and showing what Seth has achieved here. I love this build, by the way. I really like what you've done. This is actually, from a technical build perspective, quite difficult. You've got some beautiful asymmetry, incorporating some symmetry at the same time, which I really, really like. I really like this. I love the way that you've got the creeper's face, but with kind of the fiery glowing eyes going on there. The use of the soul sword to get the blue flame. Really like it. Really like it. Beautiful structure. The way you've got the depth. I'm going to spend, by the way, people, I know you can only see my little head. I'm going to spend some time on this with these three people because they deserve it. So please do bear with me. I love the way you've created depth using these iron bars against stone. What a beautiful effect. And that's actually a technique that I recommend people give a go at, because it really works to get that depth. It really works to give strength of structure with a slight offset of depth that you get with that, and you've kind of got a web of holes whilst at the same time giving a really beautiful texture. The use of cobblestone underneath that flat stone as well, the fascia here of the smooth stone, and also the stone brick. It's just a really clever build. And I love the fact that you've not over detailed it with loads and loads of buttons. It's really easy to lob buttons and stuff like that everywhere, and you didn't, and you were right not to. However, I do love the way that you've used slabs to give this grid effect as well. And actually, I agree. It kind of a little bit like ATST-ish, Star Wars ATST-ish. Do you think? It's not quite an AT-AT, but it could be an ATST. Maybe, but I like it very, very much. And then you get the simplicity of kind of this green plains effect that you've got here in the biome. You've emulated the plains biome so prettily. You've got a number of kind of little ruins here. This kind of a nod to the ruined tower at spawn. I'm going to go inside, Warflord. Good to see you. I don't think I've seen you. Good to see you. I'm going to go inside, Warflord. Don't worry. And I'm going to swoop around. But we've got a little bit of bamboo. We've got some beautiful treeage. I love the way that you've textured up the ground and you've not made it just a nice flat ground. You've got just the odd little detail of pumpkin placement. You've got the carpet there covering up lighting just to reduce the mob spawning here. This, I believe, is pretty mob proof, this entire top area, which if you think about the way you've textured the depth of this and the undulation of the land, that's really hard to mob proof something like that. We've got wither skulls, we've got dragon heads, trophies. It's really, really lovely. Queen of Darkness, hello. Right, hang on. Right, I'm mid-flow. Let me get myself back into creative because I owe Queenie Summit. Queenie, are we ready? Carla, thank you for those bits as well. I almost missed that. Right, Queenie, you're trying to kill me. Thank you very much for subscribing to Amazon Prime. Every time you get an Amazon Prime account, you get a free Prime account. You can give that to anybody. You can choose me. It's amazing. I really appreciate you choosing me because you've got lots of choices in Twitch. And that could be me, it could have been anyone else. And you gave it to me, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for doing it for once. Remember, next time you've got to do it, man, because you can't do it automatically. Thank you, Queenie, for the 4th month of Prime sub. I'm really grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you. We're just flying around this beautiful, beautiful island that we've made here by Sephirus. Really, really cracking. Really, really cracking. But then, as we descend, we have got this kind of hourglass effect that he's built up with this kind of upside down pyramid that we're going to go into very, very shortly. And this beautiful rocky island with the use of... Here, look, let me come down. This isn't water. We've got use of lapis blocks here to show the sea. 2000 AD, thank you for the resub. I really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. But we've got the lapis blocks here, worth 10 points each, so 1/10 of a level each. Lovely little waterfall flowing down this area. And I think this is beautiful. I really, really think this is beautiful. I think this is a really nice use of a single, relatively flat look of block with the odd little bit of texture. And am I in? Let me go and spec. If I fly inside, you can see there's all sorts going on in here. This is mob farmage. We've got slime farmage here. So nicely hidden away in this solid area, nicely hidden away, is all of the engineering. It is Wednesday, Galaxy. Yeah, I'm fooling everybody because it's Wednesday. Because I like to just keep you on your toes. Now I noticed that Carla, I didn't answer your question. Was there a limit? Yeah, there was a limit. It's a 100 by 100 square that you have. So like from the point at which you spawn, you've got 50 blocks in each direction, down to Y0, all the way up to 256. So it's an entire build limit high as you would normally have with a 100 and a 100 square. So loads of space. You can get loads and loads of blocks in there, obviously. It's like 10,000 blocks per level, 255 levels. So plenty of blocks. Plenty of blocks. Now we are coming in, and this is inside here. You can see we've kind of got our... Come inside. We've got a bit of an entrance coming up here, coming up to where he was mining stuff out with all these blocks. We've got furnace arrays here, and what was we got his trading hall for his villagers, etc. 50 in each direction. No, it was actually 100 by 100, so it was slightly off. There wasn't a middle block, just to irritate everybody that loves symmetry. Because that's how we roll. But this is some really nice blockage use, and we've got plenty of space. I reckon you can kind of see how it was textured up underneath with the use of value blocks there. So Seth got actually quite a lot of points as well. It was not one of the high point scorers, but we got plenty of points as a result of this block placement. And all in all, blast furnace is worth 50, absolutely, Warflord. Yeah, blast furnace is worth more than normal furnaces. Mr. Morecambe, thank you so much for the resub. 4 months. That's really good of you. Really appreciate it. So I think there, Seth, beautiful. Genuinely, genuinely beautiful. Thank you so, so much for taking the time to make this. I really, really appreciate it. So that's Sephirus in 3rd place. Let me come down. I'm just going to land, get myself into creative mode. There we go. Which leaves 2 people. 2 people that were very closely and hotly contested. Never apologise for being late, Mr. M. Just always apologise for not turning up. That's the rules. 2 people that were really, really close. But before we do that, I have got some honourable mentions that I want to bring in. Because there were 3 people that didn't make the final 3 shortlist, but were definitely competing with this particular category. And as a result, I want to give 3 people honourable mention. And those 3 people are, let me just hold on. The first person is OTP White Warlock. White Warlock, go back into spectator mode. White Warlock gets an honourable mention. I'm just going to come out. Here we go. This is White Warlock's island. Beautiful use of decorative blocks and elven themes coming around on this top layer here. It's really, really lovely. I love the elven tower that we've got here as well. The use of value blocks of the 4 different factions as well, which is nice. We've got, you know, more kind of depth here with some framework, some building started right at the bottom. We've got the mob farm, the cactus farm. So we're generating plenty of blocks on here as well. And I love the way that we've got these vines cascading down the side. I like this build very, very much. And it was very, very, very close call. And the mods and I and the admins deliberated for some time. Let me just hang on, go back into creative. We deliberated for quite a long time, and I know Elandros and Voss and Dead and any of the other mods that are in at the moment can vouch for that. We actually debated for a number of hours with these honourable mentions to who should go forward into the final 3. So congratulations on actually causing us several headaches and a lot of cups of coffee. So let's have a look a little bit closer at some of these areas. I think it's definitely where it was a late night. It was Dead. So look, so we're paying homage to a number of different biomes as well. We've got the mushroom biome here. I love this build, and I'm going to be honest, I might magpie this. I might magpie this a really lot because it's beautiful. I really like what you did here, Warlock. It's beautiful. The use of that fire with the black stone against it, it's really pretty. Really nice idea. This is a lovely little thing here. This kind of crystalline, very well lit statue in this elven garden. Isn't that beautiful? It's so, so pretty, Cherry Mama. I really agree with you. It's absolutely beautiful. And yeah, again, potential magpieing all over the place. Not just by me, but by others as well. We've got this elven fountain here as well. What's that say? Temple of the Waters. Again, use of this prismarine wall as a support as opposed to using block, just to give that extra depth, that extra indentation. The texture that brings is just really, really lovely. And all you need to do is literally just put a water block at the bottom and in it runs. Look, it's held in by those glass panes. Well done, well done, really lovely. The fact that we've got this spruce tree surrounded by these birch and then oak, isn't that effective? And especially because I've got the Germ Better Leaves pack as well, it makes it look even more beautiful as a wood farm. That's absolutely brilliant. We've got this fella here. Look at that. So we've got end stone walls. They're used instead of the prismarine walls, which is also nice. I love this crystal in the middle. There's a rogue sheep, but that's allowed. So beautifully planted as well. It's not been overdone. You've got enough flat green just to give it just that little bit of spice. And then we've got this fab tower. Really fab tower that I'm just going to fly into. The nether portal just there. Going up level by level. We've got enchanting. We've got placement of a number of value blocks to give structure as well. Isn't it brilliant? And then at the top here, we've got the use of all of the nether wood, which I think is beautifully effective. And then the gold bit here, coming down. I actually really like the way you've just subtly used that terracotta, not overused. Too much terracotta sometimes doesn't work, but that's nice. And then the house in the middle that allows you to descend down into the rest of the build. Isn't it cracking? Really, really like it. So, really beautiful. Really, really beautiful honourable mention there. And thank you so much, White Warlock, for putting the time in to make it. It's really lovely. I'm definitely going to take some inspiration from this, as well as a number of the other builds that we're going to look at today, because I think it's well worth it. And I'm looking forward. White Warlock has given me permission to use this in my tour video that I'm hoping will come out on Saturday, and I'll make sure that I give a really good tour of this as well. Okay, so next honourable mention is OTP. And what are the numbers? 148. Okay. And we have Enderpuff, which I just love. So we're... Right, no. Weather clear. There we go. Get rid of that weather. I can cheat on the weather now. Look, we've got an Iron Golem statue here. So this is Puffy's place. Another honourable mention. We've got a creeper there. We've got the wood farm with a little bit of building going on. And I like that. That's actually really nice depth. Look at the depth that we've got there. That we've used. We've used the logs, we've used the fence posts, we've got a little bit of the trapdoors coming out. I really enjoy what you've done. And inside I can just sneak in slightly. It's actually a functional place for sleeping, a little bit of crafting. I like it a really lot. So this is the bottom level under here. And in here we've got relatively solid, but I think there was slime farmage going on and mob farmage going on. Warflord, thank you so much for subbing. I really appreciate it. Thank you. This was the Iron Golem farm, I think, was it? And then it got no, it can't have been. That was a different farm. Can't remember what that one that was. I do remember seeing it though. This was the creeper farm that Enderpuff got all of her value blocks from. And then coming up here, Puffy had a automatic storage system. We've got loads of diamond block placement going around here for Enderpuff. And then up on the top, which is where I love what you've done here, this kind of little town-like area. But this bit, you've kind of done this, kind of looking at it from the inside. Really pretty, kind of gorge style build that we've got that goes around the mine. Puffy's mines. It's really, really nice. And the use of the shroom lights here as well, just to give off that slight offset light. It's not as harsh as glowstone, and it's definitely slightly different texture to a sea lantern. So as a result, I think that's the perfect choice. I love the bush placement that you've got there. You've got your greenhouse. It's just really, really nice. And I love the fact that you've... this was your slime farm, wasn't it, up here? This was the slime farm, I think, but we've got loads and loads of slime block placed in here as well. And Enderpuff leaving absolutely no doubt whose island this was as well, which is cool. I like this build. I like the fact that the asymmetry of this house really appeals to me. I like the fact that you've got this four-faced, four-gabled roof on that. Not sure about the use of the roof blocks, but actually, to be fair, Puffy, it really, really works. Really works. Alaski, thank you so much. 3rd month subscription. I really appreciate that. That's really kind of you. Thank you. And we've got kind of the swirling spiral staircase here that goes all the way up to this area at the top. And this I love. I love this mushroom. Look at this. Isn't this so cool? What a gorgeous mushroom house. Now, it's really difficult to do mushroom houses. Let me just turn around and talk to you a sec, because creative mode, there we go. Right, it's really difficult to do mushroom houses because it's really difficult to mess it up. Mushroom houses are actually a lot harder than you think to get right. But look under here. We have not overfaced it. We've not done too much. We've used a nice flat block to get that stem, because mushrooms do have that. You can texture them a little bit sometimes, but I love the fact that you've used this flat stemage here. And the use of the red and the white to recreate the red mushroom with the white spars is just beautiful. I really like what you've done, Puffy. It's actually my favourite part of your entire island is this mushroom right in the middle. So good, so good. The towers, it's kind of surrounding around the I don't know, is this a homage to Koala Girl and the the rainbows? But it's just nice, a rainbow in clouds, and you've got this kind of tree just sat there, and you think, why is that tree there? And you realise it doesn't matter. It's just really pretty. And we've got, you know, the kind of the pumpkin. It's nice. A wishing well, even. Wishing well. I agree, Spare. It's really tricky to get organics correct. Organics are the hardest thing to do in Minecraft by a country mile, and I really love what you've done. Again, really subtle use of the terracotta block there, not overfacing anybody. It's lovely. Seriously, Puffy, you gave us a headache, my mate. You gave us a headache in making us judge you. So hugely special mention there to end the puff. Really, really pretty. So thank you so much for all the time you spent. And you were literally only just outside the Time Lord top 3 as well, which was really interesting. Kaiser will never, ever apologise for being late. Always apologise for never coming. That's the point. So lovely, Puffy, and I'm really looking forward to be able to give another time-lapse kind of replay mod tour of the place when we do the video for Saturday. So thank you. Coming around, and then I've got one more honourable mention. That yeah, there's signs that tell you what everything is. There's a sign, so you're never in doubt. There's always a sign. One more honourable mention that I want to just mention. Late entry, but well worth it. Oh, time, set, day. There we go. And I'm gonna cheat it again. There we go. Right, so back into spectator. Turn ourselves around, and we have got El Rose's place as well. Another honourable mention for El Rose. Some beautiful building going on here. What I really like is the fact that we kept it 100% faithful to the Elven theme. ER played on the Elven faction, and as a result, all of these prismarine blocks and these columns here, these quartz columns, they're the value blocks for the Elven faction. And I love the way that you've been very dedicated and kept very loyal to that Elven feel, and I think it makes a really, really big difference. It's a beautiful build, and I know you keep saying that it wasn't a good build at all. Well, I'm sorry, love. You're in error. It is good. Really, really like it. Really, really like it. You've got you know, all the functionality you require. Placement of the cheeky blocks. You know, these cauldrons all worth points as well, but keeping it, you know, so as it looks in keeping rather than just randomly placed. The use of garden, because obviously elves are all about the garden. The elf stone, what am I saying? The end stone. I'm getting it elf obsessed. The end stone there offsetting beautifully with the green of the prismarine and the white of the quartz. I think it works. It's a really, really lovely lovely use of those blocks. I like it a really, really lot, and you should be congratulated. Multi-level building here also. Just up inside here, you can see we started to get some value blocks placed. I know Elle couldn't play for the last number of weeks, so as a result didn't finish off what she wanted to do. And I think actually doesn't matter, you did a real cracker. And then I love this. The spiral staircase. This was what did it for me. These are hard to make. Very. Death, I see you now. Were you in when I announced your win? That proper difficult ER to do a spiral staircase, but to do it with such a large open spiral, really tricky technically to get that right. So nice work. And then we've got the house here. Just pan around the house. You can see, so we've kept it a little bit rustic for the house. Just a bit of a nod to the difference between the elven builds and the rustic build here. And this is where we've got all of our storage, which is beautiful. Coming down, the spiral staircase continues. And again, I repeat, these are hard. These are hard to do. Let's come down the middle of it just to get that kind of spiral effect. And then the bottom level here, you see this is the bottom level. We've down gone under Y0. We continue to nod towards the elf blocks. Look here, we've got all of these elf columns. You can see they're elf columns because of the top texture, which I love the fact that you've kept that top texture facing upwards, surrounding the pathways that you've done here in Prismarine brick. It's lovely. And you've got all of the different greenhouses. You went a bit greenhouse mad, love, didn't you? But it works, doesn't it? Doesn't it look nice? I like it a really lot. In here, we've got, well, mobs are spawning. Why not? In here, we've got more stuff going on. We've got the tree here. The custom tree. This is not how they grow. This is not how jungle trees grow, people. This is a custom tree. Elven tree. Done there by ER. Really lovely. Really lovely. And coming down here. Hey, Freddie. Good to see you. And then you see ER has duplicated, but with a little bit of kind of semi-parkour fashion, which means I'll probably fluff it, going this spiral staircase up to the top of that tower as well, which is, I think, pretty much a duplicate of the tower at the top. Is it not? I think pretty much looks the same. So let's take a bit of a more wide angle for this, because I think it's worthwhile. Skyblock, people, is all about levels and different heights and levels and maybe making a bit pretty and a bit functional. I think this captures both. I like it very much, ER. You did a really good job and congratulations. Very, very honourable mention to you as well as the other three. Mama Blair, how you doing it? Yeah, I thought they were duplicate, ER. Thank you for commenting that. You've got 3 there. It's a bit like a 3-pin plug there, isn't it? But really, really lovely. And as a result, honourably mentioned in the best dress category. Congratulations. So that's our 3 honourable mentions. Let me come down to this masterfully put together mob farm. Just saying. Come back to creative mode. Okay. So that is our honourable mentions, which only leaves us with the 2 second and first place for best dressed. I might come up because that water's quite loud, doesn't it? Let me come up here. Come up here. There we go. Land. Right. Now, I'm going to announce again in reverse order. So for second place, these were close. And when I say they were close, I kid you not, these guys were close. The 2 people that have got second and first for best dressed, I was watching the voting as the voting happened. And over the course of the 3 days, what I saw, and bear in mind, I wasn't watching it the whole time, and it jumped and jumped and jumped, and I wasn't watching it. I saw the lead switch at least 3 times. At least 3 times the lead switched. And given the closeness of it all the way up, it wouldn't surprise me if it switched way more than 3 times. It literally was neck and neck, head to head. It was a photo finish between these 2 guys. And I'm not surprised because the quality of the builds are insanely good. And I'm going to spend, please do bear with me, I'm going to spend a decent amount of time looking around them because I think they're justified. But before I do, I just want to give a very special mention to the people that have helped me run this server. So the mods and the admins who have put time and effort into creating this server with me, you will never ever know how thankful I am for you. How very, very grateful that you are part of my team. You're amazing people, and I'm hugely, hugely grateful for everything you do. So, in terms of building the spawn area, primarily Dead Machine, Malvanius, Elandros, and Baravos, the 3 of you, hang on, I ran out of fingers. The 4 of you spent hours and days in there, and I know some of the other mods popped in and did some of that as well, and I'm really grateful for you doing that. And there were the odd other helper, and I placed a few blocks. Like basically, I built the tower at the top of the mountain, and very little else, although there was some of my builds in amongst the ground. But basically, I did nothing. So you guys are insanely amazing, and I love you. No other way to put it, I love you. Thank you so much for everything. And then throughout the season, looking after these crazy people that have come in and spent their time and effort and lives building stuff. I'm just blown away by the fact that you've done that, and all just out of the goodness of your hearts, all voluntarily. And you'll never know. I'll never be able to say how grateful I am. Never ever be able to say. So thank you. Big round of applause for the mod team. If my character could clap, it would. So it's just going to jitter instead. Thank you. Right, so people, it's time. It's time to look at second place and first place. And I'm actually really excited about it. And once we've done second and first place, I'm going to place the trophies at the top of Mount Doom in the spawn area. And then I'm very excited to be able to show you Season 2 and what's going up in Season 2. So, second place. And when I say this is close, seriously, closer than my face is to you right now. If you come, get your face right up against your screen. I've actually gone against my screen. I don't know why, so it sounds different. Get your face up against the screen. Closer than my face is to your face right now. Am I building it up yet? I feel like Simon Cowell, but with better trousers. I think I'm very grateful for the vote, because I could not have made this decision. It's bonkers. They're so good. But second place in best dressed is Warflord. 44% of the vote to Warflord. And I'm now going to show you the masterpiece that Warflord did. So Warflord. Have I spelled that right? Yes, I have. Let's go and see Warfy's place. So this has to be done from a distance first, okay? This place is amazing. For those of you who have voted, am I peeking out the right way? Yes, I am. I'm going to go out in a distance first. Congratulations, Warflord, for second place. 44%, my dude. It was insanely close. This is what Warflord has done. And I'm going to be flat out honest. I couldn't do this. I could not have done this. This is beyond my skills. Beyond my skill set by a mile. I love this build. I'm going to come around at this side first, because look, we've got the cross tools there, the blood dripping off the axe, the gems dripping off of the pick, floating on the clouds. And look at this, we've got wool, we've got stained glass blocks, but the way that they've been placed to give that texture of like a fluffy, cloudy thing is just superb. I love the way you've built your gradient up on the outside of your building. I love the choice of blocks that you've got here. You know, you've used concrete, you've used basalt, you've used various stones. I even like the fact that you've trimmed it out in granite. That's how good I think it is. And then you've lessened out on the stone bricks and you've just gone into a smoother stone up towards the top. It's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And I tell you now, Warfy, this is beyond my skill set by a mile. You're a better builder than me, without question. It is beautiful, beautiful work. And then, we're going to go around each building. You guys need to see this, right? I'm going to go around each building. But look, we have got homage to all 4 of the factions right here. Right here. So, you know, the Dwarven Hall, the Orcs, the Elves, the Humans. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Let's just have a look at this orcish thing here as well. Look. It's fab. It's fab. I'm proper bowing down to you, Wolfie. It's brilliant. And I love the fact that with the orcs you've used a darker cloud. You've made the cloud darker than you have the others, which is such a beautiful attention to detail. The pathway that comes down to go into the orcish area is, you know, very so it's a bit, nether-like. We've got the flowing lava, we've got the obsidian, we've got all of that blackstone. And this central area here, where you can go from one to the other, to the other, to the other. Now, I hope the people that did come on and vote gave it a good look around and appreciated what it is. I'm going to come inside the Dwarven Hall, because we've got detail inside here as well. It wasn't just a shell. We've got, these dangling blocks that may turn into like chandelier-esque type of things. It's fab. It's fab. You've got a speechless statement from King Dadinator, and coming from King Dad, the way he did that dragon castle, that's a big statement. We've got the Dwarven Gaffer at the end of the table here. It's just brilliant, mate. I really, really love it. You've got the enchantment, you've got your kill chamber, and then coming back down and around, and back out along down your pathway. It's so, so nice. And we come inside here, we've got our kind of crop farms. We've got, farms for melons, farms for pumpkins, farms for wool as well. Coming across this side, we've got trees for the wood farm. Isn't it brilliant? I'll just have a quick look at these zeppelins as well. So we've got this one zeppelin here. It's the smaller of the two zeppelins. But look at the way the boat is shaped. It's not just lob the boat up. We've actually got a boat. It's got a rudder. It's got detailing at the back and the front. It's it's a cargo vessel. So we've got the cargo hold is full of stuff for the humans, because this is the human faction. All of the value blocks for the humans. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. I've seen people on YouTube do tutorials for boats and ships that actually aren't as good as this, and have got many, many thousands of views. Many thousands of views. And to turn it into a zeppelin as well. And it's not even a sphere. It's not a sphere of wool. It's kind of a spheroid, and it's an elongated spheroid, oblate. It's really hard, like properly hard to do that. So I think it's really, really clever. Really, really clever. And then we've got the second zeppelin as well. Bigger than the first one. Not a lot bigger, but just a little bit bigger than the first one. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me a little bit of, the old Flash Gordon film. The old one. The old one.
Watch out, we're being raided!
This reminds me of Ajax. The ship that's trying to, that Flash Gordon skewers Ming the Merciless on the end of. It reminds me a little bit of that. Wrong colour, I grant you, but it's exactly the right shape. It's brilliant. Little Coda, thank you so much for the raid. It's really, really good to see you. Thank you very, very much indeed. How was your stream? Was it a good stream? What were you up to, my friend? We were just having a mooch around my skyblock. So welcome, raiders. Inside, I'm just going to go in the bum. Inside the bum, it's all hollow. And out the other side. Brilliant. I really like it. Wolflord, you've done an amazing job, my friend. An amazing job. We've got, at the top here, we've got the farm. So you've got your honey farm going on. Resource gathering and survival. Always fun. It's good to stream that, because you can have a right old chat with the people watching at the same time, can't you? That's brilliant. But we've got. I didn't actually notice you got your little sweet berries here as well. Your chorus fruit and farm there. And again, that bit being the elven, this bit being the orcan. I'm just going to come up here. I love the fact this little fella's loving it. It's like McDonald's. I'm loving it. And you've got your sphere of redstone blocks there too. Kind of Eye of Sauron style. It's brilliant. It's a lava koozie. That's exactly what it is. The lava koozie. Iron farm, and then coming out the top with all those value blocks as well. Isn't it cool, people? Isn't it cool? Does anybody want to see any of it anymore? I just want to look at the way we've got these sweeping pathways as well. Going from one tower to another tower. These sweeping pathways, not straight, beautifully textured. Some path block, maintaining some grass block, shoving in some stones. It's just brilliant. I think it's definitely the way forward. Solid diamonds inside. Solid diamonds inside Warlord. Aha. Very, very cool. And very clever as well. Because with Skyblock, and let me just turn around. Oh, that's not how you turn around. Let me just turn around and go back into creative. Because Skyblock, if you're competing for points, you want to get your island points higher. But you want it to still be beautiful the way Warlord has done and the way the other guys have done it as well. You have to hide the blocks that give you the points. And to do that, you build structures that are theoretically solid, and you just lob all of your value blocks inside there. So Wolfie, that is the ideal way to do it. Build yourself a Zeppelin out of diamond blocks and then just give it a skin. What a very, very good idea. Kim and Jax, hello. How are you? Really good to see you, Kim and Jax. How's it been? Not chatted for ages. We're just showing some people around the Skyblock server that Season 1 has now closed, and Warlord has got second place, and huge congratulations, Wolfie. It's a work of art. Truly a work of art, and I hope that you make the decision to come and play in Season 2, because I'm so looking forward to what you might be able to create in Season 2. It's just beautiful. Let's have another bit of a pan around the outside. People watching, remember people, this is built in survival on Skyblock. Survival on Skyblock. Not survival on a normal island, which is insane on its own, but this is built in Skyblock, which is even harder. Real Kaz, how you doing? I agree, Chicky. I can't imagine how difficult it must have been to place the clouds. I can only assume. Wolfie, what I'm assuming you've done is obviously where you've got your gaps between your blocks. It was like place block, place block, place block, mine out block, place block, place block, place block, mine out block. That kind of process, right? It's a little bit like how I sometimes do my custom trees with all the leaves. Place block, place block, place block, mine out block. Because it's the spaces that make these things, not the blocks. Although the block texture is obviously really, really important, but it's the spaces between the blocks that gives that effect that you're looking for. This is kind of like, it's not Titanic-like, but kind of the Mauritania-like even, perhaps. Really nice boat. Yeah, clouds are proper tough, mate. Proper tough. But I really love the fact that you've changed the cloud colours for the orcish. It's really a beautiful piece of work. And thank you, my friend, so much. Check out the cargo space. Check out the cargo space. What in here? Let me go back into spec. Hang on. So this is all solid diamond. Haha! That's cool. I love the fact you use basalt as well. I like that. I might have to nick that. Basalt with black wool on the top. That works really well for steam chimneys on a steamship, doesn't it? Isn't that good? And beacons as well. I love this. It's just so clever. So clever. Let's back out. ER, don't worry. Thank you so much for popping in. I really appreciate the raid. You take care of yourself. I'll see you again soon. But isn't it cool? Just have a bit of a swoop around. Haha, you see, got a little zombie fella jumping up and down in there as well. It's like, let me out! Let me out! Let me out! Hilarious. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Right, so hang on, let me go back into create. So that leaves the winner. The winner for Best Dressed Island, Minecraft The Isles, Skyblock Season 1 is... Drum roll, everybody. Come on, big drum roll, everybody. In your heads. In your head. Big old drum roll. It is, of course, Reels with 48% of the vote. 48% of the vote. Remember, Wolfie got 44. It was so close, and you literally were swapping and changing and chopping and changing all the way up. It was absolutely insane. So let's go and have a look at Reels' place. Right. Oh, I've got my head stuck in a block. So we've already been to Reels' place once, remember? We've had a look around the outside, the inside, and this was what it looked like. Inside all of these, by the way. I'm just going to show you. This was... I need to go into Spectator to pass through all Avomance. This was... wasn't this your slime farm, I think? That was your slime farm, right? No, that was your slime farm. Is this just solid blocks? I can't remember what this one was. This may have been some solid blockage. This was the creeper farm, creeper only farm. You can see here, creepers, easy little spawning technique. It's actually a nice farm design that a lot of people did use. And the way it works is the water is shot out of a dispenser, and then it's detected here, and as a result of the detection, hang on, let me come up here. As a result of detection, it shoots the one underneath it, and then the one underneath it, and then the one underneath it, one underneath it, and it's used on a timer here. We've got repeaters just flowing on. Quite an easy farm to build actually, but you've got to remember you've got to place all of these to stop there being a 2-block high. Otherwise, you get all sorts of other mobs spawning like zombies and skellies, so you need all the trapdoors. So it's a lovely design, and it works really well. So congratulations. I'll pop in here, and there is the water that flows them all down to get lots and lots of lovely value blocks, and it's OP is that farm. Highly recommend you doing that farm for future Skyblocks or any other Skyblock you might actually play. We have got this really lovely design here for the greenhouse. Really lovely design for a greenhouse. Greenhouses on the Skyblocks means you can change the biome inside the greenhouse really easily, and fiddle around with it. And you don't have to have them as a completely rectangular space. You can make them a little bit more interesting, and Reels has done exactly that. We've got the bees. We've got they're just on cue. We've got the bees. We've got all of our spawners here. So there's plenty of the animals, sheep and cows, etc. We've got coming around the back here, we've got this aquarium, which again is another greenhouse. So given that ocean biome, but I think that's really cool. We've got all of these different mobs spawning inside that ocean greenhouse, which is lovely. That is the slime farm. Pretty sure it was the slime farm. Anyway, yes, it was. So that was the slime farm that Reels eventually gave up on because she had so much slime that she couldn't do any more with it. Some storage, lapis blocks for the floor, you can see. Each one of those 0.1 of a level. Remember, Reels 600,000 points she got and came second in the Midas touch. Let's have a little bit of a wander inside the house, shall we? I like this little garden outside. Placement of a few flaxen blocks there just to give some extra points. We've got, again, use of wall instead of block to give a little bit more depth, which is lovely. Coming inside here, we've got the array of furnaceage, and again, those are all worth points too. We've got our enchantment. We've got more key storage here. Loads of cats, loads of dogs. Reels, bit of an animal collector, to say the least. She does loves a doggy, loves a puppy, loves a kitten. More storage, all the key blocks that you use all the time. We've got an Enderman sat in a minecart. I always love the fact that Endermen sit in minecarts like they're levitating above the minecart, which I think is hilarious. We've got a armor stand there, and then we come upstairs. Big open space with more storage, some barrels, more storage over there. Go through into the netherite there. He got sick of you and ran away. Where, Felix done a runner, didn't he? And then we've got our, a bazillion villagers for trading. Loads of trading going on there, definitely. Meant that you got the odd iron golem as well, but that's absolutely fine. All kind of brought into a nice kind of rustic Tudor, I'd say rustic Tudor style house with an outside patio on the roof there of the garden. I love that. It's really nice. More storage around the outside of the base here. That's where all the frantic block placement came from. We've got hang on, let's go into creative. Yep, there were plenty more blocks inside some of these barrels. At least that one. So Reels hadn't finished. So she could have had more points if she'd have had more time. Literally to the last second. And actually what I do want to show you as we come out. These walls, these are not on the absolute outside of the walls. Because the outside of the walls, oh, they were the absolute outside of the walls, but yeah, at the top, we had a different design. And these are nether portals, these are actual nether portals, all the way around the outside. Large, kind of the max width nether portals with some glowstone on the outside. All the way around on all four sides. So much obsidian, Wolflord, seriously. Can you imagine how much obsidian there was used for this? And it really, really works. It really, really works. I like it. Also, use of the value block to trim it off to give extra points as well. And then coming up, looking at it from a distance before I zoom in, you can see, so what Reels has done is she's incorporated of all her industrial stuff, all the stuff that perhaps she thought was less pretty, and she's put it inside a block. So she's effectively got, from a distance here, she's got a stand where the prettiness on the top gets built. So it's kind of a pretty stand that you might put on your mantelpiece with kind of almost like this snow globe without the globe bit on top. And I really love it. The use of the portals is really clever. Really, really clever, actually. And it works really, really well. And what I want to do is I want to come straight up. Straight up first. Really good ideas, Sammy, I agree. Because I want to just come in the middle. I'll be announcing that very, very shortly, Carly. Hold that thought. So in the middle here, right from above, you can see we're surrounded by these beans from the beacons. And we've got, again, homage to the 4 factions. We've got the orcs in the bottom left. We've got the elves in the bottom right. And we've also got the dwarves and the humans as well in each of these 4 corners. In the middle, we've got the tree that kind of overlooks them all. I love this. Really clever actually, the use of the different glass panes going up in kind of a single pulse, so it looks like it literally is having the beacon change its colour, but it's going through a glass pane every single block. Isn't it pretty? Really lovely. And then looking at these towers, I'm gonna come inside Reels. I'm going to show everybody how you did it. So inside you've got the beacon here, you can see, and the beacon shoots up all the way up inside the tower. That's actually a really interesting idea. It was before the spawn area developed. It was like going back in time. I like that idea. That's really lovely. But these are really nicely crafted. I want to call them pillars, but pillars just doesn't really justify it, does it? So much better than a pillar. Kind of almost like a tower. Use of the prismarine block, because again, Reels was an elf. Pylon, maybe? Pylon? Reels was an elf, so she made sure that she dedicated these to the elven value blocks of quartz and prismarine brick. And she's built that in here with some liberal use of some stone brick as well, just to offset that grey. Really works. It's nice. Spire. I like that, Cole. Spire. Because I would aspire to build something like this. Haha, bum-bum-ch. But isn't it great? Just that little detail that we've got replicated in a circle all the way round the entire island. And the colours match. Yes, Sammy, well noticed. You notice there's no mistakes here. Reels is a bit of attention to detailist. The colours go up in exactly the same colour in all of them. And then these middle ones are going for a little bit of pink because, you know, Reels likes pink. Pink water. Yes, thank you for asking, Blue Kingfisher. What we have here is use of glass in layers. And what you can do is you've got the magenta. Have I got it right, Reels? I don't know if you're in still. Is it magenta over pink over purple over glowstone or something like that? Is that about right? And as a result, you get not only just it looking magenta-y. Not only is it magenta-y, but what you get is this lovely haze with the light coming through. And you can use this really effectively if you do reflections, use of glass with light underneath, or replicating and duplicating the entire island upside down. You can use this kind of effect to create the mirror, or in this case, a kind of a pink river with the floaty water. Works really, really well with this this shader pack as well, which I've not gone for the intense BSL shaders because it kind of overworks some of these islands a little bit. So I'm just doing sealed as enhanced because I think it's enough. And then coming into this tree, tall tree with these chains, cobblestone chains, kind of going up, dangling from the branches in a number of different directions, with these hanging vines as well. They're just fab. It's just fab. The use of these mushrooms, the different types of mushrooms, and some custom nether trees as well. Really beautiful. And again, just like with Warlord's Clouds, the placement of the blocks and the gaps between them is actually every bit as important as where the blocks themselves go. Promic, thank you very much for the follow. Really, really good to see you. Thank you for following. The placement of the blocks and the gaps between the blocks, hugely, hugely important. And I love the fact that you've got all that airspace in between these branches of pink, where we've got, you know, the glazed terracotta, is that pink concrete, pink wool. Really, really works. Need the gaps to give the branches their shape. Absolutely. If you're ever doing custom trees, and I'm not brilliant at custom trees, I'm just okay at best, but it's all about the gaps and the spaces between the leaves and the branches that give you that kind of organic shape. Now I know, Reels, can I share a secret? Can I share a secret, Reels? We'll turn back to creative. Let me get down here. Can I share a secret? What I'm going to do. So that's how you get down. I'm not going down. That's not the secret. Now, part way through, for a number of reasons, not just this secret reason that I'm about to tell you, but part way through, because so many people were building such amazing stuff in wood and wool and things that go up in flames, I decided that it was a good idea to turn off the fire tick. Because, I mean, for example, you could see that Worf's balloons were made of wool and things. If they'd have been hit by lightning, they would have burnt to the ground. You know, Reels' tree here, there's loads of wood and wool, and lots of other people, lots of wood and wool in their builds. And I didn't want people to lose out on all that hard work. It wasn't fair. So I turned off the fire tick. However, I didn't turn it off until about halfway through, because that was when all these amazing builds starting to become clear that fire tick would be a bad thing. Now, Reels built this amazing tree with not the branches, etc., but the wood element of this amazing tree before I turned off fire tick. And one day she was building inside. She told me she was building inside, and it was a thunderstorm. And when she came up to start to continue building her tree, where she'd already placed the entire trunk and all the branches, it was gone. The entire tree was gone, burnt down to the ground, apart from the odd block. So as a result, she lost, I wouldn't even like to think how many wood blocks. How many wood blocks. And time as well. Because obviously it took a lot of time to get the placement right. So this is tree number 2. poked your head out and it was all gone. Yeah, I remember when she told me, and there was lots of OMGs going on in chat when it happened. It was a terrible, terrible day. And it wasn't that long after that, after I looked at that and a number of other people's own, that I thought, I can't let that happen to anybody else. So I turned off Firetick. So from now on, Firetick will be off for future seasons, because the builds are what these are all about. And as a result, it's like, well, it's just not fair to have it on. So remember that, mods admins, no Firetick. We've got to remember to turn it off. But anyway, coming back to the build itself. This is the winner, people. This is the champion of season 1 of the Isles. The champion has built this beautiful, beautiful island up in the sky in survival. Remember, in survival, there's nothing worse than losing a big build, is there, Gothic? Seriously, it's so frustrating. I just want to point this out. I don't know if anybody saw this when they came on, when they did their voting, but this design of a campfire is brilliant. It's hang on, let me go back into survival spectator. It's armor stands with facing outside and inside with these heads, these wither skeleton heads. And the armor stands are kind of pushed into the blocks, or the blocks are pushed onto the armor stands with a piston. And as a result, you can create this campfire effect. And isn't it cool? Isn't it cool? I really, really like it. And we've got our tents here. We've got hay bales. This is obviously the human bit with the hay bales and the horse and the oak. Really, really cool. And we come over to the orcs. Oh, that's terrible, Gothic. I'm sorry to hear that. We got the Orcish Island, which, you know, it makes me think it's a bit Wild Westy, isn't it, with the orcs? But definitely works. Definitely works. I love the use of the sand versus all these other blocks as well, and the acacia wood, which obviously works. Yeah, that's what happens with the anvils, unfortunately. It's easy to forget, though, isn't it, Gothic? And then we've got the elven build here, liberal use of these birch trees, kind of synonymous with the elves. A little bit of a water feature, and the elven tower right in the middle. And then the dwarves. And I love the fact that we've remembered dwarves mine. So it's kind of hinted at a mine that goes under the ground for this dwarven area, with the correct trees that you get when you have a dwarf island. You get the dark oak. When you have an elf island, you get the birch. When you get an island with the orcs, you get acacia. And when you get a human island, you get oak. So remember, if you're a factionist, you can have your own island, or you can work on a standard island, just a normal island, where you also get oak, just for the record. Okay, isn't it fab? I'm just going to pan back out again. Absolutely beautiful, and I really, really love it. Let me come back into creative mode. So congratulations, Reels. You have got champion of best dressed, and you will be immortalised in the Hall of Fame as such, along with Warlord and Sephiroth, as second and third place. And also, I'm about to go and place various heads onto various armour stands of the three winners. But just to show you how close that vote was, 44 versus 48. Amazingly close. Amazingly close. Trisha, thank you so much for the bits. I really, really appreciate that. Oh, you've taken the lead, or you're competing. Trisha's competing. So, we have got some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful islands. Thank you, Trisha. I really, really appreciate it. Let me get myself back to spawn. Spell it right and take caps off. There we go. So, I am now back at spawn. And if you've not seen the spawn, if you've not been on the Skyblock, this is the Skyblock hub. This will remain the Skyblock hub forever. Oh, Carla's competing now, 200 bits. Thank you, Carla. Thank you. I love the fact that people are so competitive on this place. This is where the spawn is. You can come and see this when we launch Season 2, which I'll be talking about in just a moment. Free to play Skyblock. Season 2 starts really, really soon. And this is the bit that I built. that bit and kind of where it cascades down and into the mountain. Everyone else was responsible for the rest. Obviously, that was the easy bit. This was the bit that was really skilled, he says. I'm gonna duck now. So what we've got here are the three winners. Which chest was it? I know there's meant to be heads. Where's the heads? Where's my heads? Where's my heads? I'm meant to have heads in front of the statue. Oh yeah, haha. Thank you very much, El. And there we go. So let's get the Thevra's head. We've got Harwood's head, and we've got Rills' head. So let's get rid of that, and that, because we don't need those. So Midas Touch, Thevra, congratulations, my friend. You are the winner of the Midas Touch. Time Lord, Harwood, congratulations. You're the winner of Time Lord. And Rills, congratulations. You are the winner of Best Dressed. And you will be stood there for the duration of Series 2. And downstairs in the hall, your names will be immortalised forever, as well as our second and third place finishers as well. So huge, huge congratulations to our Season 1 champions. You have done amazingly well. I'm hugely, hugely grateful for all of the effort. Really, really impressive. Really, really impressive. Thank you so, so much. Now, that was Season 1. Season 1, which went better than I could possibly have hoped for. And thank you, everybody that took part. It was a really successful season, especially given it was our first experimental season, more importantly. I'm just going to have a quick sip of drink. Bear with me. It was an experimental season. We didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know if it was going to work. There were some things that we know we need to tweak. And we have tweaked them. We have tweaked them. Thanks, King D. Thanks, King Dalinator. I'll make sure all of the information about Season 2 goes on avomance.com, and I'll talk about it in Discord as well. And also video out on Saturday that will talk about it too. So, see you soon. Take care, my friend. Take care. I'm hoping you're going to be in the next season. Hoping you will. So, Season 2, people. Who wants to know about Season 2? It's a... that's what's so funny, Death. Thanos teamed up with Iron Man. That was so funny. You and Zuvachi. That's hilarious. Me. Okay, well, for me to tell you about Season 2, one must go somewhere else. So I must disconnect from this server, and I must join this server where I stand here. So we're having a very, very little chat first. A very, very little chat about Season 2. And I can't tell you, I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited. Okay, so people, first piece of information. Season 2 is not 90 days long. We noticed during the course of the season that people dropped off because they couldn't contribute for a full 3 months. It just wasn't, it was too big a time commitment. I asked a number of people and they said there was a lot of time to have to give up, and we've done surveys of other Skyblock servers and we've looked at other players, and I've mooched around a number of other Skyblock servers as well. And as a result, it seems that it's worth the experiment to shorten. Burnout was real. I can imagine warfare. Yeah, definitely. Burnout was real. So we are shortening the season. Season 2 is going to be 6 weeks long. 6 weeks. Now, I know in chat earlier, I suggested it would be half as long. Well, 6 weeks is just under half as long. And that is because we will be launching it on a Saturday. So it closes on a Saturday as well. And as a result of closing on the Saturday, that means that everybody can have a bit frantic, manic finish, if you like a sprint finish. It will be starting this Saturday. Saturday the 15th, I believe it is. Is it Saturday the 15th? Wednesday, Thursday's 15th, yeah, I had to take my socks off. It's Saturday the 15th at 5 p.m. London time. Saturday the 15th of May, 5 p.m. London time. Okay? 5 p.m. BST, which I believe, Carla J. Reynolds, yes, is noon EST. Yes, Mars, I do listen to people. Fairy Flora, hello. Thank you so much for the resub. Really, really good to see you. Thank you for coming in. It's brilliant to see you. We're just having a chat about Skyblock. So, we are starting again at 5 p.m. BST, 5 p.m. London time on Saturday the 15th, and it will last for 6 weeks. 6 weeks. And it will be free for everybody to play. Free to play, the same as this season was. Free to play. Now you can buy perks and stuff like that, and I'll mention that, but free to play. So anybody can come on and have a good old game. Is there a rule against other streamers streaming it? Carla J. Reynolds, there is no rule against other streamers streaming it. You are welcome to stream on the Isles. You are welcome to stream on any of the servers. For that matter, but there's a rule with regards that people that are playing on the server may not wish to be shown or in the public on public. So you must remember that you must never ever, whilst you're on stream, show the tab screen to show how many people are playing or the names of the people that are playing, and try and avoid showing the chat as well. Or at the very, very least, make sure that when you go on and you're going to stream, you let everybody know in the stream, on the islands or on the server, that you are going to be streaming. And if they do not wish to be seen, then they then have the warning that they don't type anything in chat and their name won't come up. Okay, so it's really, really important that we look after the secrecy and integrity of all of the servers. That's really, really important. Keep communication going. And what would be really, really useful is if you can say ahead of time, I'm looking to stream tomorrow night, blah, 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 so everybody absolutely knows what's going on, okay? Is that really, really clear? Those rules are on avomance.com, I believe, and if they're not, they will be. but we make it really, really clear. I know it is in the Discord, definitely, as well. So, but absolutely, you're more than welcome to stream. I'd be delighted that if you streamed. So, people. We know it's 6 weeks. We know it's starting on Saturday at 5 p.m. London time. We know this. But do we know how it's going to be different other than that? Well, I do, but you lot don't. There are going to be some differences in this Skyblock. And as a result, Emmy Cons, what are you trying to do to me? I've got to do a Prime sub now. Okay, are we ready? Thank you very much for subscribing to Amazon Prime. Every time you get Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch Prime account. And when you can do that, you can give that to anybody you like on Twitch Prime. It's brilliant. You know what, Emicons? I'm going to do you again because I'm excited. You're excited. Everyone's excited. And you deserve better. Let's try it. Thank you very much for subscribing to Amazon Prime. Thank you very much for subscribing to Amazon Prime. Whenever you get a Twitch Prime account, you get a free Amazon Prime account. And that means you can give it to anybody. And you give it to me. That's brilliant because there's loads of content creators you can give it to. And you give it to me. I really appreciate you doing that. But remember, next time you got to do it manually because you can't do it automatically. That was average at best. I give myself a 4.5. But thank you very, very much indeed for that, Emicons. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Right. 7 Emicons. I think you're very generous. No Norwegian judges involved there at all. 4.5, said Mr. Morecambe. Me and Mr. Morecambe are on the same team there. Right, so I'm going to show you. Never be sorry you're late, Emicons. Only ever be sorry you didn't come. That's the rule. Okay, thank you for coming. Coal rank. Congratulations, you know, it makes sense. Right, I'm going to show you some stuff. I'm going to show you some stuff that's different. But first off, I'm going to tell you what is different that was around last time. Okay? Now, there is every chance I could fluff some of this. So please, admins, Voss, Elandros, let me know if I fluff this. We are limiting hoppers. Now, the primary reason we're limiting hoppers is because of lag. We want to reduce the lag as much as possible. We've made the server stronger, better, faster. It's a bionic server for Season 2, but we still want to keep the lag down as much as possible. So we're reducing the number of hoppers to, I want to say 12. I'm going to get told if I'm wrong. It's 10 or 12, and I can't remember which one we went to. Either 10 or 12. 12, thank you, I was right. So we're limiting the number of hoppers to 12. But if you can imagine, we've got 50 people on with 12 hoppers each. That's a lot of hopperage. So we're limiting the number of hoppers to 12 because we appreciate people need hoppers to collect stuff. Although we do have some other opportunities for that as well, which I'm going to talk to you about. We are also removing pistons. We're removing pistons. And the reason we're removing pistons is because there are very few utilities in Skyblock that use pistons, both sticky and normal pistons. Now, some people are going to say, oh no, but what about my pumpkin farm or my melon farm or my farm where I want to push all the blocks out of my cobblestone generator, etc., etc. I'm going to try, it's a blatant attempt to try and push the farming on the server down a more traditional route. I'm looking for a more traditional type of farm on the Skyblock. It's all allowed, but more traditional type of farm, because bear in mind, we're in kind of a World of Warcraft. We've got orcs, we've got elves, we've got dwarves, we've got humans, and we've got admins and mods. And as a result, we're talking about a relatively medieval type of place. So as a result, I'm trying to reduce the industrialization. Reduce it. You need peons. You need peons. All right, Carla. I'll see if I can get you a few peons. But we have a peon rank. We definitely have a peon rank. Could there be a piston limit 5? No, we're going to get rid of pistons. It's an experiment. And if it doesn't work, season 3, we'll revisit it. All of these things get revisited. But it's going to be no pistons on this particular one this time, because actually the utility is reduced. Again, it's got, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do exactly the same thing that I did before. I'm going to go time set 6,000 game rule. Oh, spell it right, fella. Rule, do daylight cycle. False. There we go. That's better. Right. And we're just going to see how it works. Season 2, we're still experimenting, but we're building on the experiments that we did with Season 1. I'm really hoping we'll get lots and lots of new players that can come in and join the community. That's what I'm really, really excited about. So, first off, one of the things we had some problems with is the value blocks. Now, when you've got a rank such as maybe orc or human or elven, certain blocks are worth extra points, additional points, specific to that faction. And that meant it really encouraged trade and interaction. And I'm not going to it's not a big secret. This is why we have the value blocks, people. It's to encourage trade and interaction in the community rather than people just slamming at it solo and not talking to everybody. I really want people to interact. So we make these faction blocks to ensure that everybody can get the faction blocks, which you get through a number of different means, but for example, farming creepers. But you've got to trade with people. You've got to sell them. You've got to swap them. You've got to do all of that type of stuff. Have I got quieter? Captain Funky Pants. I shouldn't have. Do let me know, if other people, if you think I've got quieter. Let me have a drink. Maybe it's my husky voice. Is that any better? No, I'm joking. Joke. Am I better now? Are we all right? Okay. So, I'm encouraging the interaction. But the problem is we had to reduce and remove some of the craftability of certain blocks. So you wouldn't be able to craft the blocks or trade the blocks or do those things with the blocks. And as a result, we had to remove a number of things, which is a bit of a shame. So we want to remove that restriction. So all crafting is back on. There's no crafting restrictions whatsoever. Everything can be crafted that you would normally be able to craft in Minecraft. All of it. Okay? So that means, well, what about the faction blocks? That means it's unfair. Some faction blocks are loads easier to get than other faction blocks. I can just get loads of wheat and craft hay bales. And so surely it's best to be a human. Except pistons. Actually, Carla, good point. Except pistons. Yeah, pistons are off the menu. I do apologise. You're quite right, Carla. Nice one. So, we've gone in another direction. Have I got my pick? No, let me just get get a pick. So we've gone in a slightly different direction. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to mine out these 8 blocks. You can see we've got bone block, we've got nether brick, we've got prismarine brick, we've got column quartz, hay bale, bricks, gold, and emerald blocks. They have not changed. You can craft all of these blocks. So I'm just going to collect them up. Oh, blimey, hello, I hope this works this time. Right, let me grab these. There we go. So I'm going to collect all of these up. So we have got all of these blocks in my inventory now. Can everybody see my inventory? Everybody see it? Yep. So if I now bring up my inventory, you can see that we've got gold block, emerald block, hay bale, the quartz column, bone block, blah, 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 blah. Okay. However, we got cheeky. This is not a gold block. This is biriz, which is in the dwarven language. It means gold. This is not an emerald block. It's mesem, which is in the dwarven language, and it means emerald. This is a hay bale, and we've used Old English, bielo. This is bricks, but it's brick, because that's, again, it's Old English. We've got the column, which is tarma, and tilla, which are both elven words. And then we've got asht for the bone, and korpaus for the other orc value block. So the only way you can get those blocks now, get rid of that. The only way you can get these blocks now is through the way that we wanted you to get them in the first place, which is through farming them or trading them or, you know, the keys, etc. And it means everybody is on an absolute equal footing. There is no advantage for one person over another person. And yes, Carla, it is deliberately nerdy and I love it. Deliberately nerdy, because we are proper nerds. We are proper nerds. So they're the value blocks. So gold is worth, am I right, 150 points or something like that? You know, emerald blocks, they've got their own value. They're still worth quite a lot, so they're worth having. But the actual value blocks themselves will be specifically available through the value block method. So that'll mean there's probably fewer value blocks, but maybe not that much fewer, because most of the value blocks came to the game as a result of the creeper farms and the crate keys anyway. So it's all good. Might have missed something. Do you normally? Yes, you still get them from creepers, Reels. You still get them from creepers. The value blocks are got from creepers in exactly the same way. It just means that we can turn on, I'd say, almost all of the crafting. Almost all of the crafting is now back on and available. Okay, so now I want to show you some stuffs. I want to show you some stuffs. And the first thing I'm going to show you is, hang on, I'm checking my notes. The first thing I'm going to show you is, oh no, it's here. It's here. I'm really excited about this. I'm really excited about this. What you'll get from creepers, not just gunpowder. No, there's all sorts of drops coming from the creepers. All sorts of drops. We've added different drops just to make it funner. These, my friends, are cell wands. These are cell wands. This is a crate, absolutely chock-a-block with dirt. I want to sell all of that dirt. Now, in Season 1, you would have to go with shulkers or a full inventory to the central aisle of spawn and go to the shop to sell these blocks. Am I right? Not this time. What you get is a cell wand. I'm just going to use the wooden cell wand for now. So, in there you can see all of that dirt, right? All of that dirt. I take my cell wand and I go, you know what? I don't want that dirt anymore. I want gold pieces instead. I right click on the gold, on that dirt. It sells all of that dirt for 3,456 GPs, 3,456 blocks of dirt, and this wand now has 9 uses left. And the chest is now empty. Oh yes, talk about save you some time. Pop that back. Now, there are different ways in which you can get cell wands. Wooden cell wands and stone cell wands that come with 10 charges and 25 charges. respectively, you can get these for free. So you know the key that you get every 48 hours that you can do a spin the wheel of justice on? Well, that is how you can potentially get these free cell wands. That one and that one. They are available for free with those keys that you get for free. So no monies, these are freebies. And then you've got iron and gold with 50 and 75 charges respectively. So obviously I've just used one charge by emptying that double chest. Always use a double chest, not a single chest, because then the charge is worth twice as much, right? Now these you can buy with GPs. I don't know off the top of my head how many GPs, but you can buy these with GPs in game. And obviously you can get GPs for free by selling stuff and spending time in there, etc, etc. So it's all about getting these for free. And then you have diamond with 100 charges and a netherite cell wand for unlimited charges, which you can buy in the shop as perks. So they're available to buy with real world money in the shop as perks. These guys are all available for free. Gothic Viper, excellent question. Villagers are not on season 2. Villagers are removed from season 2 completely because they are more trouble than they're worth, and we're going down a different route for you to be able to do villagery type stuffs, and all the challenges that are involved with villagers have been removed. So none of this, my villagers despawned. None of this, my villagers turned into this. None of this effort having to swap out zombie villagers for villagers, etc. It doesn't. There's no need. There's no need to do that. We figured. I saw Carla's comment about Iron Farm. We figured that actually the ability to mine iron is so great with the cobblestone generators, you don't really need an iron farm, which was the only genuine reason you needed villagers. So that's why we've gone off for that. So that's the sell wands. That's going to save lots of people lots of time. If you've got a mixed bag of stuff in your chest, then it will sell all of the sellable items, because there are a few items that aren't sellable in the shop. It will sell all of the sellable items in the chest separately, give you all of that kind of breakdown of what it is you've sold it for, and it will also leave the unsellable items in the chest, which is always cool. Now, hypersleep. This is where I've got to turn it onto true. And time set, let's call it. Okay, hypersleep. One of the things that happened on the various servers of Skyblock was that people wanted to sleep, but they couldn't. You can get spawns for iron golems. That's also true, Mars. Yeah, good point, actually. Well made. People wanted to sleep and had to be, can any humans sleep, please? Can any humans sleep? Because one sleep didn't really work very well on Skyblock. So we have got hypersleep. Now, hypersleep is cool. Now, people, I want you to watch this. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to go to sleep, and I want you to watch how quickly it takes me to get to the next day. So there's the bed. It's right at the middle of the night time. Hypersleep. Boom. Straight away, without none of that laying down, slowly getting all kind of grey and quiet. It's instant. It's absolutely instant, and it is now daytime. And I'm going to turn that on to false, which is a lot of fun. Hypersleep. Now, again, if you want for a nighttime to stay nighttime, which on Skyblock, actually, there aren't really that many reasons why you'd need that to happen. But if you want nighttime to be nighttime, just let people know. The guys that work on this, they're fab people. If you need a nighttime, just tell people and they'll let you have a nighttime. I'm absolutely certain. Hypersleep. Cell wands. Inspired by a nice blow to the head. Okay, now I want to show you something right at the very end, actually. So what we have here, these are chunk hoppers. Now, chunk hoppers were there in the last season, right? Chunk hoppers already had chunk hoppers. They collect all of the items in a single chunk, no matter where in the chunk they are. No matter where in the chunk they are. So it's really quite useful. Now, these chunk hoppers, however, these are big boy chunk hoppers, and you can level them up. So here you can filter items, so certain things only go through the chunk hopper. So if I click this, I can say, right, these whitelisted items, I want those to go through the hopper. These blacklisted items, I want them to stay in the hopper. These voided items, I'd like the hopper to delete those, please. And the hopper will instantly delete those items, which is really, really cool. You can level your hopper up with either GPs or with XP. You can link the hoppers to other hoppers or maybe other containers. And you can use them. This is so cool. You can use them to teleport. And the teleport has got 3 settings. There we go. Let me just get that. So right click to switch. So you can have it so every time you walk on, it will teleport you immediately. You can disable it if you don't want them to be teleportable. Or you can have them on sneak. I recommend sneak because sneak is cool because that means you can stand on it as much as you want. Like that. And then if you press the sneak button, which is the crouch button, it teleports you immediately to another chunk hopper. Obviously you need 2 chunk hoppers for that to work. But it can teleport you around your island up to a maximum of 4 chunk hoppers. How cool is that? How cool is that? That's so fun. It's so fun. And then of course, obviously, with the chunk hopper, you can link it to a container. Have I got a link to that container? I don't think I have. Right, so if I click to link the hopper, link it to another container. So that link is now successful. If I then pop that in here, that goes in there, and without any hopperage going to it, it appears in the chest. Lovely and indeed jubbly. Isn't that cool? Chunk hoppers are amazing. Chunk hoppers are amazing. That's all I can say. However, oh, you think we've stopped? You think we've stopped? Oh no. Oh no, we've not stopped. What about a chunk hopper that crafts for you? How would you fancy that? How would you fancy that? I've got here some sticks and some coal. There's my chunk hopper. I'm going to right click on the chunk hopper and hopper level what? Hang on, have I got to level it up? I think I've got to level it up, haven't I? So level it up. Not that one. Not that one. Right, which one is the auto? Not auto. So it can auto smelt for you. Auto craft. There we go. Click to set up auto craft. So what you do is you place the item that you want to auto craft. So hang on, let me just make myself a quick torch. There we go. So into the auto crafting menu, I think it's it. And you put the item you want to craft in there. Okay? So that now says, right, I want to craft those, please. If you put the items in, they fall into the hopper. And if I right click on the hopper, you can see the items are going in and it's crafting those items for you. And then if I link that hopper to that there, and then right click on the hopper, it should start to fill up that chest for you. So you can craft anything that has got up to 4 ingredients. Anything up to 4 ingredients, because it needs a 5th slot to put the crafted thing into. So you could, anything with 4 ingredients, crafted thing goes in there. And as a result, it can all come out. So it auto crafts for you. Also auto smelts for you. So if you want to smelt stuff, like just lob your iron in there, for example, and get it smelted. It's amazing. But it's not finished there. Oh, hell no. Let's come in here. Right, hang on. Yeah, I know I've already linked it. Hang on, I've got a linking complete. Right, okay, so let's come into this one. Let's craft this up. Right, block break. Currently disabled. So that hopper's there. It's, I think, let me just link it to that. So if I come in here, so this is currently block break disabled. So that block is sat there, happy as Larry, in my cobblestone generator. Oh my God, you're going to love this, by the way, just saying. If I toggle that to enabled and come out, yeah, just watch this. I'm not mining that. Look, I'm walking away. I'm not mining that. Oh no, I'm not doing that. That's nothing to do with me. but it's coming in here, look. So that you can put your chunk hopper underneath there. It does that for you, and it can put it in a chest. Whatever chest you link it with, it will put it immediately into the chest. It is brilliant. So you can be building and mining at the same time. You don't have to AFK mine anymore. Oh no. It don't got silk break. No, if you want silk break, it's a good question actually, Gothic. If you want silk break, just disable it. And then use normal. Just use your silk touch pick normally as you would done to get your silk break. But otherwise, just let it crack on. Like that. Just like that. How cool is that? So I'm going to disable that because it's going to annoy me. Okay. So now, I've got some more signs. One says Slayer. One says Lumberjack. One says Miner. One says Seller. One says Feeder. One says Collector. One says Farmer. And one says Fisherman. Now, what could these be? What could these be? I do believe Carla said she wanted... Well, that's very kind of you. How do you get chunk hoppers? Are they free with each chunk? No. They're not free with each chunk. No, let me just talk about how you get chunk hoppers. There's two ways to get chunk hoppers. First, you can buy a chunk hopper with GPs. They're going to be very expensive because they are insanely OP, remember? They're insanely OP. So they're going to be very, very expensive. Actually, there's three ways, sorry. Second way is you can win them in competitions. And the third way is you can buy them in the shop. Okay, you can buy them in either ones or twos in the shop as a maximum of 4. So that's how you get chunk hoppers. Either GPs, lots and lots of them. 2, win them in competitions. There'll be competitions throughout the season. Probably a couple, I imagine. And 3, through like real money transactions in the shop. Okay, so that's how you get. That's how you get them. So now we've talked about those. We have not, however, talked about these. Let's get the miner one. So this right here is a miner minion. And minions, like chunk hoppers, can be got through 3 different ways. Exactly the same ways. You can get these either through, but the chunk hoppers do not count within the hopper limit. Just for the record, you get 12 normal hoppers plus chunk hoppers should you wish them. Let's just get that really clear. They don't take away from your hopper limit. It's a really important point just to make. So you can get these through GPs. I'm going to be working on that. Will be updated before Saturday, Ilaski. Before Saturday, and you'll have all the information right there. Okay. Thank you for the question. A really, really good question. So you can get minions either through GPs, and again, it'll be quite a lot of GPs because they are OP, or winning them in competitions, or a real life transaction on the shop. Okay, and there are 8 different minion types, and if you choose to buy one, you buy a specific minion. They're not interchangeable. So if you get a miner minion, it will always be a miner minion. Okay, really important point. So what you do is you get your minion, and wherever you place it, it will be facing you. So I'm going to place my miner minion just here. Oh, no, it's not facing me. No, wherever it's facing away from you. Sorry, my bad. I need to rotate him. So I need to put him that way around. And there he is. He has a little yawn, and he's got my skin because I made him. So if you make him... Oh, I forgot I've got to link him. Hang on. How do you link him? Attach a chest. That chest, there. There we go. So that chest is now attached to the minion. And then it'll start to lob stuff in that chest now. Okay, my bad. I forgot to attach it. Always remember to attach your chest. So he will mine away for you in exactly the same way as the chunk hopper mines away for you. And if you right click on him, you can do all sorts of things. You can heal him. It's effectively the same as feeding him, because the minion's health goes down over time as he does work. You can level him up using GPs. And the higher the level, the faster he gets. You can rename the minion if you wish, and it tells you how many blocks he's mined. It's really cool. You can also change the skin, and we'll be working on these skins to get more. Currently, there's also a Spider-Man and a Batman skin, and the default skin, which is your skin. Okay, so that is the miner minion. We've also got... I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do this one because I love this one. Lumberjack minion. Right, so the Lumberjack minion... doesn't matter which way it's facing in quite the same way. It can be facing anywhere because it will... Let's place him down. There he is, having a little yawn. He will dig out the wood 6 blocks around him. And of course, I need to link him as well. Attach a chest. That chest is now attached. And he auto plants the saplings in any area that he digs out. And if I just get myself some bone meal. So
watch out, we're being raided.
Let's build that up. Tornado, thank you very much for the raid. Really good to see you, my friend. Thank you very much for coming in. How was your stream? So, oh, I thought I just grew that. Did I not just... Oh, he grew that. I did grow it. And he bind it again. There we go. Mine it again, Lumberjack Man. Mine it again, Lumberjack Man. And remember, on the Isles, you don't need to use bone meal. Because you can twerk these guys. You can twerk these guys into existence. Like this. Just twerking. Just twerk this fella. And after a little while, where you're twerking, it will grow the tree. This is my appalling demonstration. Come on. There you go. And you twerk the trees into existence. I love that feature. I proper love it. And the lumberjack will then cut it down for you. How brilliant is that? Phantom Penguin, thank you for the follow. So what were you up to, Tornado, in your stream? Was it good? Was it good? Did you enjoy it? Hopefully you enjoyed that. I really appreciate it. I've just bone milled all of this. Look. Let's get rid of that. Right. So that's... I'm just going to show you one more. Which other one should I show you? Let's do the farmer. Let's do the farmer minion. Oh, no, I'm not going to do the farmer minion because I've just done that in creative, you fool. Okay. Fisherman minion. Collector minion. Right, so the collector minion basically collects any blocks that are in a 6-block radius of it. The seller minion will sell any blocks that you put into a chest. So if you join up a seller minion with a lumberjack or a miner, you can sell the blocks that they're putting into their chest by linking it up to the same chest. A slayer minion, the slayer minion will kill any mobs that are within a 6x6 of it. And a feeder minion, where is it? Feeder minion, one of these, feeds your minions for you so you don't have to. So when they get down to 10 health, I don't know what this fella's on at the moment, take him away. When you're down to 10 health, then they I'm going to put the miner back, you know. Let's put him back. I just quite like him when he yawns. He's so cool. Yeah, that when they oh, have I got to relink him again though, haven't I? There we go. Okay, so yeah, collector, feeder, seller, blah blah, and fisherman. Now the fisherman, unsurprisingly, fishes. Unsurprisingly, so let's just pop him down. He fishes. He needs a 1 block of water in front of him, and let me just link him up to his chest. There you go. He's linked. And he will get fish for you, all different types of fish. Now, word of note, if you have a 5x5 by whatever, it doesn't get treasure. Or at least we've tried, and we have yet to show that it has treasure. So now, if you get a fisherman and you find you get treasure, I'd be really, really interested. But we've tested it for some time, and in the the fishing farms that work in 1.16.5. It doesn't give treasure when you use a fisherman. So do be aware of that. But it will give you lots and lots of the different types of fishies. How cool. I love them a lot. I really, really love them a really lot. Let's put the iron ore back in there. There we go. Right. And what's it? One more thing. Oh, yes, I know. And these. Where has it gone? Yes. Pets. Who wants a pet? Who'd like a pet? Anybody like a pet? Bella the Bubble, thank you for the follow. I can't believe you're not already following me, but thank you very, very much. You want a pet? People want pets. Okay, right. Now here's the deal. If you have a rank on Skyblock, so that's even like level 1 rank, peon, you know, whatever, any of the ranks, any of them, you get a pet for free. And what you do is you type, hang on, I've got to remember, was it /mpet, /mpet. Okay, and this brings you up your pet menu. Now you have many options for a pet. So you've got, look, alligators, baby ghast, axolotls, baby cows, polar bears, boxer dogs, creepers, I'll show you that in a minute, cats, horses, Curious George. Let's go for Curious George. Okay, so I spawned in Curious George, and there he is behind me. Can you see him? There's Curious George. Hello, Curious George. How are you? And then if you walk, does he not like to follow you? Curious George is being a bit... Why isn't he following me? Why isn't he following me? Well, what you can do is you can ride Curious George. So if I... There we go. Now Curious George is basically my horse. It's a little bit wrong, isn't it? It's a little bit wrong. He's giving me like shoulders. But... And then you get off just by pressing... Oh, I've got to put a leader. No, surely you've not got a leader, have you? No name, Curious George, remove pet. Disguise your pet. Or you can disguise your pet, which is not disguised as your pet. Hang on, let me get... So then, what you can do, you can disguise as your pet, which I can't see, but if someone else was looking at me, I would look like Curious George. That's so cool. And there is an alligator. So, hang on, let me just... /pet again. I'm going to remove that pet. He's now gone. He's there waiting for me next time. I'll do it again. I just got to show you this. I've got a creeper. A creeper is my pet. Now, he's not following me though. Okay, just need to sort that out. Normally they follow you, but he's not following me. Not sure why he's not following me, but there is the ultimate prank there, whereas you can just have a creeper follow you. Or, if you wish, and this is a little bit weird, you can ride your creeper. How cool is that? How cool is that? I'm riding a creeper. This is like every dream I've ever had come true. Can they be killed by people? You know what? I don't think they can. I do not believe that they can be killed. Pretty confident. But we will confirm it. Oh, look, creeper's all sad. Creeper's all sad. And then you can right click and get rid. Just like that. And you can obviously change your pet over and over. How cool. So if you have got any rank whatsoever, you get your pet for free. So that's just a little fun thing. They don't give you any boosts or any advantages. They are just vanity pets. When you're disguised as people, can you be killed as a pet? I imagine yes, you can be killed, although there's no PvP enabled on the Skyblock, but you can certainly be killed in that you could fall to your death or something like that. So yeah, I think that's quite fun. What do you think, guys? What are your thoughts in chat? Let me know what you think of these extra bits and pieces that we've got coming to Skyblock. I'm properly excited about these. There will be the same 3 prizes. There will be $100 and exclusive merch for the Midas Touch, the most valuable island, the Time Lord, the longest time spent, and also the best dressed, the one with the basically voted for as being the absolute best looking island, and that'll be again voted for by the public. I'm really looking forward to it. On Saturday, can a minion be linked to a chunk hopper? It's an excellent question. Why would you want to link them to a chunk hopper? I don't know why you'd want to. Not sure why you'd want to. You can link it if you can link it directly to a chest. Maybe you could link it to a chunk hopper in order to get that auto filtering thing. I don't know. It's a good question. Have a play. I'll find out the answer for you. Link minion to a chest on top of a chunk hopper. Yes, Carla. That would absolutely 100% definitely work. Definitely. So, people, I'm really excited. This Saturday, 5 p.m. London time, we will be opening Season 2 of Skyblock. The IP for the Skyblock is on avomance.com. All of the information for Season 2 will be up there before Saturday. The shop will be updated before Saturday, should you wish to do anything like that. Oh, really importantly, previously, you bought your rank, whether it was noble rank or whatever, to become an orc or an elf or a human. You bought your rank, and then every month you were subscribed and you repaid for your rank every month. And it was a monthly fee, the same for Fly, and also the same for the keep inventory, okay, which you do get for some ranks for free anyway, but other people decided just to buy those separately. This time you buy them once and they last you for the entirety of the duration of the season. So all 6 weeks you pay for your rank once at the beginning, and it is the same price for the rank as it was for a month. You have the entirety of the 6 weeks. This is not about raking the money in from you guys. This is about making it easier for you. So hopefully that makes it more simple. It's a bit of a bargain there. 6 weeks, but you only pay for the 4 weeks or the 1 month that you had for the previous season. So hopefully that works all out for everybody. Pay it once, and you don't have to set up a subscription. You don't have to set up any subscription. It's just a one-time purchase. So you don't have to worry about cancelling it. You've just done it. Will there be a buy everything package just for you, Carla? Maybe we'll make a package or two for yourself. How about that? We'll certainly look at doing some package deals that kind of come together. But if you have a rank, you do get things like Fly and keep inventory at the higher ranks anyway. So there is already packages involved there straight up. But interesting. Let me know what kind of packages would be interesting. Maybe if you go to Discord and in the inn, if I can have the Discord link up for those people that are not in the Discord link. And if you go to the inn and maybe put a suggestion or two there as to what you would like in a package. Be interesting. Be interesting to see. And thank you very much for the follow there, Kibble. Really, really appreciate it. It's good to see you. All right, guys. I think that is it. Have I forgotten anything, mods, admins? I don't think I've forgotten anything there at all. Just keep your eye out on avomance.com. Keep your eye out in the Discord. On Saturday, I'm going to be releasing the tour video, and at the end of the tour video, I'll be giving some more information as well. And I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be so much fun. So all that leaves us to wonder about is who is it we're going to throw ourselves at as a bit of a raid. Where should we go? I tell you what, should we go and raid Kim and Jax? They popped in earlier on, didn't they? So let's go and raid Kim and Jax. Actually, no. No, let's go and raid Kim and Jax. Go raid Kim and Jax, I think. They're the people. Haven't seen Kim and Jax for ages. They are brilliant guys. So I am definitely up for that. So let's get myself our raid on. Everybody, please do come. It'll be lovely to see you. And I will start the raid off. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all on Saturday, just before 5 o'clock on the Avoverse. IP is on avomance.com already. And let's everybody go and say hello to Kim and Jax. Pretty much everybody coming. That's absolutely wonderful. I'm really looking forward to seeing you all there. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week. And I will see you very soon. You take it easy now and see you on the other side. Bye.